Love Finds You in Sugarcreek is a really great film with some really brilliant characters. This was released in 2014. It's directed by Terry Cunningham and it's written by Bryar Freed based on the novel by Serena B. Miller. I haven't read the novel. If you know how it compares, please feel free to share that information. And this stars Tom Everett Scott as Joe and Sarah Lancaster as Rachel. And to begin with, we don't know that much about Joe. All we know is that he's down on his luck, he has his young son with him, and he gets into a spot of car trouble. And he ends up staying with 3 Amish women, and I have to say they are fantastic. I absolutely love them. They are brilliant, they are tremendous. They occasionally inject little bits of humour in this. We have Kerry McGillis, Annie Kitral, and Marianna Alacchi, or Alacchi, I apologise if I'm mispronouncing any of these names, and I just think they're fabulous. And I don't want to say too much about them or the situations that they find themselves in, but I absolutely love them as characters. So Joe is staying with them, and it just so happens that their niece, Rachel, is a police officer. And understandably, she's uneasy about Joe, who she describes in her words as scruffy looking, staying with her aunt. So she does a little bit of digging, and as she digs, we start to learn a little bit more about him. And I think the mystery here is brilliant, both in terms of what he is clearly running from, and then even when we start to find out more about that, there are still many questions. It brings up new questions. And I liked that. I liked the fact that every time we seem to get a piece of the puzzle, a new puzzle opens up. And not in a way where it's overly complicated or like they're trying to put too much in there. It's just the natural progression of the narrative. And I thought the pacing was generally really brilliant. It also got very emotional at one point. I actually found that I had tears in my eyes, and I won't explain why that was, of course, but the point there is that I found it very easy to connect emotionally with pretty much all of the characters in this. They were all very well written, and they were either very likeable characters or very well written, interesting antagonists. So we have a solid narrative, great pacing, well written characters, really good performances. Really, I want for nothing. It's a really enjoyable film. I was drawn to this because it's about Amish people, and I love good films about Amish life and Amish communities. Honestly, there's not that much information in this about Amish life, so if you don't know anything about Amish people, it wouldn't be a good introduction to what Amish life is like. But that aside, it works really well. I found the characters to be, well, as I said, the three sisters are just absolutely brilliant. But everybody in this is really great. We also, of course, can't forget to mention Bobby, who's played by Thomas Kapanowski, who is, of course, Joe's young son, and he is just so sweet and a brilliant young actor. So all around a really good film, really enjoyable, solid narrative, interesting mystery, definitely made me feel a range of emotions, and I really enjoyed it. If it sounds like it would appeal to you, then without question, I definitely recommend Love Finds You in Sugarcreek.